Hey guys, Sam here and welcome to another episode of our Leeds United Career Mode series. Guys, today's a bit of a season roundup, so it's just going to be a very chilled out episode. But towards the end of the episode, there will be a chance for you guys to vote on some nominations for some awards, so that in the next episode we can do our awards show and we can unveil some of the winners and of course the winner of the Billy Bremner Award. But today we'll just take a look at the table once again, update you guys on who's made it with us to the Premier League, who's gotten relegated from the Premier League, the top goal scorers list, things like that. In terms of the league, we actually ended up finishing at the top by 18 points. We had an 18-point lead over Middlesbrough and Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday very cruelly missing out by a goal difference. Brentford coming in 4th, Reading in 5th, and then Sunderland in 6th, which means Sheffield Wednesday will play Sunderland and Brentford will play Reading. In terms of the FA Cup, Liverpool have defeated Spurs in a 4-3 penalty contest after a 3-3 draw. Looks like a very entertaining FA Cup final, and it is Liverpool that takes it out. As you can see, we made it to the quarterfinals after beating Manchester City in the round of 16, which was probably the highlight of the season, to be honest, to beat a team like Manchester City. So yeah, you can see Liverpool just scraping every single game. 1-0 against Brentford, 3-2 against Burnley, and 2-1 against Manchester United to then draw and win on penalties. So a very grind-out FA Cup win to Liverpool. Congratulations to them. They've won the FA Cup, which is, I think, a hell of an achievement. In terms of the Caribou Cup, it's the other Merseyside team that's taken it out, and they've beaten Manchester City 2-1. We actually didn't get far at all, actually, in the Caribou Cup. Everton, though, they looked pretty comfortable the whole way, really. 2-1 against Derby, 4-0 against Coventry, 4-0 against Stoke, and then to beat Manchester City. They looked pretty comfortable. Congrats to them on the Caribou Cup. Less of an achievement than the FA Cup, but still silverware for Everton, who don't usually see it. And then this is the big one, guys. Sheffield Wednesday will be joining us in the Premier League. They have been promoted, and they were really the third best team. They came third. They were 1 goal difference off of getting that automatic spot, so you expected them to win it. You still have to go and do the job. So they beat Sunderland 2-1 and then beat Brentford 2-0. Brentford, on the other hand, beat Reading 2-1. So congratulations to Sheffield Wednesday. They'll be joining ourselves and Middlesbrough in the Premier League. But the question now is, who are we replacing? Who got relegated from the Premier League? Okay, in terms of the Premier League, the 3 relegated teams were Huddersfield in 20th, Burnley in 19th, and Crystal Palace in 18th, and then there was a pretty big jump, a 4-point gap to Brighton. So those are the 3 relegated teams, Palace, Burnley, and Huddersfield. In terms of the top of the Premier League, it's Chelsea who came first, defeating Manchester United and Arsenal by 2 points, and then City just getting that 4th spot on goal difference, meaning Spurs and Liverpool missed out on Champions League football. Everton in 7th, which is pretty standard. And it doesn't look too, usually in the Premier League, usually in sim game matches and leagues in FIFA 17, sometimes that just didn't make sense really, but in this, it seems to make enough sense. In terms of the top goal scoring list for the Championship, there was a lot of people up there, but it was Aidan McGeady who picked up 19 goals for Sunderland, who ended up being the Golden Boot winner, just ahead of Forestieri, Judge, and our own Pierre-Michel Lasogga, who all finished on 18. It's weird, man. Lasogga wasn't even consistent, and he picked up 18 goals, which is crazy. You can see Saiz is also up there for us, 15 goals from the attacking mid position, so well done to him. In terms of the assists, it was Bjarnason for Aston Villa, who picked up 11, just beating Vernon Anita and Saiz to 10 assists. So Saiz with 15 goals, 10 assists. Anita in the right-back position picking up 10 assists. Well done to him. And then Joseph Zoon for Brentford also picked up 10 assists, so let's give him a bit of a shout out. So it was a clean sheet. It was Vidval by a mile, by country mile. Because we were in the middle of the season grinding out 1-0 wins. We'd sometimes draw 0-0, sometimes it was a 2-0 win. You know, we were very good defensively, I think, through the entire season, but that's just so much better than the second place Birmingham City with Stockdale as their goalkeeper. 9 clean sheets behind Vidval. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the defense or the goalkeeper that made that happen. A lot of people have been picking that Vidval has been pretty shit, actually. So I don't know, but at least it's a testament to our defense to pick up 23 clean sheets in the league. That's every second game was a clean sheet. That's pretty fucking good. But that is it really in terms of a roundup. I'll quickly go through and we'll see everybody's stats and also how much they've grown by. As you can see in the overall, you'll get a +5 for Connor Chaplin there. You'll get plus and minuses there where their overall is. And you can also take a look at their goals and assists as well. So you get a bit of an understanding of who was playing well. You can also see their average stats there on the right hand side in terms of their match ratings, and maybe this will give you guys a chance to sort of decide who's going to be your player of the year, because there will be a separate player of the year, which is the fans player of the year. That's one of the categories you can actually vote on at the end of the episode. So this maybe will give you guys a bit more of an understanding if you want to pause or slow it down and have a look at all the different ratings and see who was getting involved and doing things. I think this is the best place to look at these statistics and make up your mind, I guess. But really, that is it. That is the end of the roundup portion of this episode, guys. Next, different categories and different things that you guys can see. If you want to vote on those, go ahead and do that in the top right corner in the eye. And then the next episode, which will hopefully be tomorrow if I can get the award show done in time, we will see who has won, and we will move on to the next season in the episode after that, guys. So interesting times happening now. I won't do a complete outro, just look at the nominations, look at the categories, make your votes, and that'll be the end of the episode, guys. So thanks for watching, and here are your categories and your nominations. There are 3 categories to vote on. Under 21 of the season: Ben Woodburn, Jorge Sainz, Ronaldo Vieira, Calvin Phillips, Connor Chaplin. Fans player of the season: Pontus Jansson, Samuel Saiz, Pierre-Michel Lasogga, Calvin Phillips, Ezcan Alioski. Goal of the season: Thank you for your votes and your continued support. Stay tuned for our award show in the next episode to see the results of the fan votes and many other awards.